Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. It's a little windy and stormy today. I'm going to try to do the podcast real quick before it rains again. And it's the weather's turning a little chilly here today. It was very warm this week, but I like this weather. It's kind of nice. Anyway, James from Facebook says, "What do you do when you're bored from church?" He says he goes to church and it's so boring he can't stand it. What should he do? I identify with that, and I know this is going to sound horrible coming from a pastor, but, I'm bored with most churches too. And there's a lot of reasons for that, I think, these days. Church tends to be a little more feminine than masculine. It's true. For a lot of guys, the music and the way things are done and just the order of the service seems to be something that isn't real appealing to a lot of guys. They'd like to have something a little more masculine. And some churches really are just boring. In fact, I've been to some churches where I think, they must take classes on how to make people bored because it's so bad. And I think sometimes that, we go through all of our liturgy sometimes, and liturgy is great if it has some meaning. But we go through all of this system of things. We do things exactly the same way. This is where we do liturgy. This is where we do a song. This is where we do responsive reading. This is how long the pastor speaks. We go through all of that, so we sometimes miss the spirit of why we're there in the first place. And that's to worship and celebrate our faith and to spend some time with our brothers and sisters in Christ. And folks, can I be very bold for a minute? If you're in a church that's boring, two things. Talk to the pastor about it. Let him know you're bored. Seriously. Say, what can we do to make things a little more meaningful here? Because it isn't meaningful to me. If it was, I wouldn't be bored with it. And secondly, if it isn't possible, find something that is. Now, that doesn't mean you necessarily have to leave your church. You can supplement your church with another group, maybe where you find some more meaning, where you sit around with friends and discuss things. Other ways to celebrate your faith. It may mean making a move altogether, but folks, please don't sit and be bored with your faith. Because can I just tell you, there's nothing boring about the Christian faith if you're doing it right. And if you're bored with it, if it's frustrating, if you're just attending church or going to religious meetings because you're supposed to and you hate it when you do, please don't put yourself through that. It's really not what the Christian faith is all about. And I've spent enough of my life in boring services to not want to do it anymore. And I don't. And I hope that you will do the same thing, folks. Our relationship with the Lord should always be exciting and vibrant and meaningful. And you need to be involved with something that is just that. And if it isn't meaningful for you, please find something that is. Very important for you. Well, that's all I have to say about that subject. And I hope that you'll take it to heart and don't be bored. All right. God bless you. Have a great day.